So like I feel like if you can't show me a source on it, then I don't care, honestly. Like what like he or she will be saying.
Wait a minute. What
Because
do you
if we
mean by
look
that?
at the like sources, it's mostly people who are not of color. So like I would go on and I would say it's not really like I'll be I'm so so it's um 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 so it's not a true like statement.
Okay, so let's step back for a second because we're already introducing sources. We're just talking about decorum or maybe societal
Why should
expectations.
I care when if we look at the sources we are being I'm assaulted and so many terrible things. So like I don't care if somebody is like, oh my god, like why would she like say that, when if we look at the sources, it is a very like horrible like horrible like horrible like horrible like horrible concerning percentage of you guys who are doing like some really terrible things. So I don't care to if they're like super upset, if they're sad about it. So like I personally wouldn't really
You wouldn't
like
care.
wouldn't care.
All right, so I think it's in your best interest to care, especially since men are generally half of the population, at least here in America.
Why do we have to be like
Well,
calm
well,
on it
ma'am,
though? Like why
if
do
I
I
could
need
finish a
to
quick, just
like
a quick
sugar?
point, if I could just finish a quick point.
Okay, sure.
Um, in order to cooperate with the other half of society, you may want to engage with them in good faith and try not to antagonize them so as to get whatever objectives you think are necessary for your movement. Would you agree? Or
No.
okay, so you're just like, all right, well, I don't care about all men. We're us as women, we're just going to do it on our own.
No, but like it just is like why do I need to be calm to a person or to people who are causing us to be like like I'm 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 like I'm to be upset. Like I feel like why do I need to be like super like like I'm calm and I'm like calm it I'm like I'm calm and like I'm sugar. I'm sugar coated. When it is such I'm a serious, I'm serious, like I am serious, like I am serious, like I'm percentage.
Because there is a percentage, and we might not agree on the percentage, but that doesn't mean that every man the reason why is because every man that you come in contact is not going to be an assailant
Oh,
or
for sure, but
a
we're
predator. So therefore, you would want to make sure you distinguish between ally and enemy, so that you can have a better effort in this war you're fighting. Because it
yeah,
would be
but
similar to like saying, hey, look, I'm going to battle with somebody, but I'm going to treat my allies like my enemies. You're obviously not going to have a lot of allies at the end of your
well,
right.
yeah. hmm Yeah,
Okay,
but we
go
are
ahead.
mostly hurt and so by somebody who should who should um who should um who should care. So I feel like we're not sure who is like like who is safe and who is uh, 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 oh my god. Uh, 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 who is unsafe or not. So like so, like if we see like somebody who like who their spouse, like sexually assaulted them, then like yeah, she like she she like she she like she like thought that he was like a safe one, and then he sexually assaulted her. So like it's very like tough for us to really um know who is unsafe and who is I mean I'm like who is not. So
Yes.
Emma, your hair.
I know.
Oh my god, it's so
sorry, guys,
long.
my speech today has not been like up here, and that's why I'm on here. So I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize, love. Don't apologize. But your hair, look at that long, girl. What
I
the
know, right?
fuck?
It's there now. Yes, I'm in the middle.
Oh my god. Period.
So it is. It's very like like we see like people who's who's spouses, who's partners, etc., who are doing such terrible things. So like I honestly like I don't care. I'm sorry. Like I don't like it's not like.
So whose opinion is what?
If I could respond to that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I understand you want to make sure you distinguish between who's on your side and who's not. But once again, do you think it's best to start a first impression with an insult? Because a lot of people are going to take this offense.
Insulting?
It's insulting because you're boxing people in with bad actors. So if I could get back to our original discussion, Ms. Host, you said that we don't care about basically the collateral damage.
Yeah, me though.
So you don't care about the collateral damage. Do you think it's a? So you think that's an effective? Go ahead.
No, but like kind of like me saying that. What is that?
Why everybody like flexing their hair now? Like what's going on here? I'm bald. Please don't make me feel bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, like what is that causing though? Like if I say this,
It's first off, it's poor communication, and second off, it's going to have a negative effect because a lot of the men who are going to take it as insult, they're not going to want to cooperate or associate because I guess I would say me as well. I would take it somewhat like, why would I want to? If I could just finish the point real quick.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why would I want to associate with somebody who is basically degrading my entire, a large part of my identity? I would have a little bit more self-respect for myself to even associate with people who think like this. So a lot of men who you would say are upstanding, or maybe someone you would want to attach to get some benefit for your movement, you're alienating them. You're not even going to hear from them because they don't want to hear from you because they're insulted. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm not because I have been like coming up here and stuff for like so much so much time. The people that I want here, he will not like.
I also want to point out, James,
He will not care, because I feel like who I'm seeing, like he says the the same exact the same exact stuff. So it's like why are you so much so upset and stuff like over this and not upset to the men who are sexually assaulting people, like hurting people. To
my dog.
If you're upset at this, I'm sorry, I don't care, because we are being hurt. So I feel like why are you more upset? More upset at like here instead of the instead of like the whole entire like perspective, and kind of like why we're saying this.
All right.
If men were not like sexually assaulting us, like hurting us, then like we.
Why do you care?
This online.
Well, like, if you're not sexually assaulting us, if you're not hurting us, if you're not contributing to this, if you're not encouraging your homeboys to do this, why are you offended? Is my question. I'm back on Emma's side because that's my original.
I think you guys your question is in alignment here, but I want to first point out that you're moving the goalposts, okay? Because the original. Well, hold on, if I could just finish.
Yeah, wait.
I want you to answer my question first.
Wait, so you asked the question. Second, I want to address the host's first question. Okay. Host, you're moving the goalposts because now we're talking about how I feel about assaults versus how I feel about the statement, okay? Now, firstly, or to answer your question, why do I care, ma'am? The other person asked the question. It's because I take it as disrespect. I take it as an insult. Because it lumps people in like me who have never done any such thing to women as
but it's not
like
about you.
Okay, well, the question it is about me because I'm included in the sentence. I'm lumped in with all these other men.
You're not included if you're a safe one. If you're a safe person, then you're not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
so
if
you're offended, then it's at you.
Like, okay, so that's two different things now. So the host is saying if I'm safe, then I'm not included, and the other person is saying if I'm offended, then it is.
Well, then yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're upset over it. You are included.
All right.
And Emma
Safe ones are not upset at
back
that.
off each other all of the time. So whatever she is approving, whatever she's saying about this topic, I'm saying about this topic, and vice versa. We have a whole doc on all of our different statistics about why do men. So we both are arguing the same point.
All right. So basically, the we're at right now is I should be offended because, or I'm now included because I'm offended. So how does that work?
Because there are so many people who say the same thing, who are like who are like same as you. So it's not like it's not like solely solely a personal thing. It's a very common thing because we are not safe out here. I'm sorry, but like we're not safe, and we're not sure. We're not sure, who is safe and who is not safe. So I feel like we need to then kind of change our perspective, so that way we are not, I'm sexually assaulted, I'm killed, etc.
And I feel like
why I'm saying this.
By you having this conversation, a lot of the men that we are talking about aren't going to come up here and openly have this conversation, especially for this amount of time and being this calm. You so far have been a safe man because you have not come up here yelled, you have not come up here disrespected, you have not come up here interrupted Emma and shit talked her speech impediment or anything of that sort. Those are the men we are talking about. So for you are lumping yourself in with those men. We are not lumping you in with those men.
Okay. I would argue by definition you are. So I'll address your point, but I want to first address the host.
Okay.
If I understand the logical formula here, there's a lot of bad things that happen to women. Therefore, we formulate a statement or some type of slogan that inherently disrespects men in order to prove a point or to start a conversation. Am I understanding that correctly?
Start a conversation, not to disrespect men. It's to start a conversation.
It's definitely disrespect.
If you take it as disrespectful, sure, but that's definitely not the intention. We're not out here intending to disrespect men.
It's not based on particularly it's not just my opinion, like it's something it's totally subjective. It's based on the very definition of disrespect.
Well, honestly, I want to because I am sick of
Emma,
it. I am sick of it. I am sick of it. Like, you guys aren't safe. Like, we're not safe out here. Our partners, our spouses,
Emma.
we're being hurt, and y'all don't give a fuck. But if I'm up here saying this, and then it's just a terrible thing, and y'all are sobbing on here, go on a live and talk about how we are being hurt and we are being fucking, like, why are you so upset about this and not like why we're saying this? Hear kind of like why we're saying this first, sir. And because I feel like this is kind of like, why can't you just, like, you know, like, take a second, take a second, I'm like take a second and put yourself, like,
In our shoes.
It is not a fun, you know, like, it's not. It fucking, like, it's a terrible thing, sir. And it fucking, like, I'm sick of it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean disrespect when I say that.
I mean disrespect.
I guess this is the one thing that we differ
I
on.
disrespect you guys because y'all don't care.
Emma.
I'm sorry. So,
All right.
You don't care.
Well,
You don't care that we're not safe.
this is a
I'm
very
sorry.
very interesting point I wanted to mention to you guys is that Miss Emma, who's the host, and the other lady, Miss Redhead.
Bug. You
Miss
can call me
Bug.
Nell or Bug.
I
Miss
love
Bug.
it. I miss Redhead.
So
The ginger.
Bug is being cavalier. She's basically not really caring that Emma wants to disrespect men. So you guys hold two different views, but yet you guys are in agreement. And this is where it becomes almost like hilariously ironic. Because
well, yeah, because we're
if I could just finish real quick. If I could just finish.
Two different, you know, people.
Yeah,
so
I understand. I understand there's a diversity in it.
Something
but-
because we're not the same person.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
redhead. That's the only difference.
I'm sorry,
Bug-
sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir.
Bug wants to be respectful, but the host, by definition of her statement, wants to disrespect men. So
Yes, I do.
if when it comes to disrespect, have you heard of the golden rule? Do you follow the golden rule?
I
He doesn't give a fuck.
don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's basically like do unto others as you would have
Well, you
others
guys
do
are
unto you.
like, yes.
Wait, so you agree?
Yes,
Wait, hold on.
I'm doing that.
Emma, you agree with
I'm
that?
doing that.
Wait
She
a
agrees
minute.
with it. She's doing it.
I'm
So
doing it.
have I disrespected you?
No,
not
but that's why
disrespecting you
we're not talking
personally.
about you. This
Wait
is,
a minute.
You are taking this so, like, you know, like, it is not, like, all about, like, you, sir. It's not about you.
I told you that it wasn't about you and
Get
that you were
outside
one
of
of
yourself.
the
Like,
people.
here, like, no, it's not you.
Okay.
Think of all the other men. Can you be a woman real quick? Just act like you're a woman. Act like you're part of this conversation as a woman, not a man.
Okay.
Think of all of the shitty things other men are doing to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about every single individual man. We're not talking about our fathers. Some of us.
Yeah,
God forbid.
yes.
God
He's so
forbid.
cool. He's so cool, you guys. Like, I think
Because
my
like
dad,
Emma's dad, don't
my
even get
dad
me
is the
started. I
best
love
in a
Emma's
person,
dad.
and he literally
Just
is the
remove
one who
reason and
literally
accountability.
told me this. He's the one who literally told me this. Like, that's what's so fucking hilarious.
All right.
Like,
The good men will agree with this.
men are
statement.
saying this.
All right,
Men
so-
are the ones who are saying this, not me.
Okay, so if I basically, Bug, you're asking me how would I act or how would I feel if I put myself in a woman's shoes, being in danger,
Yes.
with a lot of predator prey type of situations to happen whenever I walk out the door.
Being 1 in 3, I think it is.
Yeah, if I was in your shoes, I would argue exactly how I'm arguing now. I would try and make sure
No,
I
you're
could.
not, girl.
Okay, well, if I
No,
could,
you're
if I could
not,
complete
sis.
it.
Oh, hold
I
on,
would-
Emma. Let him. I want to hear what the.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be
guys, I'm sorry.
respectful.
I'm sorry.
I want to be respectful. I want to hear what you have to say.
I would
Yes, okay.
try and communicate effectively to get the best allies that I could without trying to manipulate or somewhat be a little bit dishonest and say, "Oh, quit taking it. It's not that serious. It's not one of you. You need to get over yourself." I think that's a bit manipulative because it is disrespectful, which Emma admitted. But back to the golden rule: if I was a woman, if I wanted to do unto others how I would like to be treated, I wouldn't disrespect or manipulate men because
But if
I'm almost finished. Because
I know,
I would then have to be okay with them manipulating and disrespecting me if I do it to other people.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
So, yes, that makes sense. I do want to get the other people on the panel. It was Ben, and then Rose, and then Bunny, and then we'll get back to this conversation. I just don't want them to drop.
Yep.
I've been waiting forever. But Ben, what is your stance? And then